Hey everyone, here's Aaron, and this Thursday, I wanna go through and, well, last time when we were on my channel, we were talking about YouTube series and about a few stories and like memories that they hold for me. This time I wanna go through and look at the thumbnails that I made for the videos, like see which thumbnails I think turned out really well, which I think just are really funny in the way I made them, and just overall a little bit about the way I make my thumbnails most of the time. Because some of them obviously show a little bit more effort, and others just show low effort. But they still somehow turn out interesting at times, even with low effort. Because right here, the minigame time for Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, in this case it would be Mega Man 03, but whatever. It's a low effort thumbnail, let's be totally clear here. But for some reason I love it. Just the simplicity behind it just speaks for itself, and I like that. For Smash Ultimate, the classic mode that I'm playing, I obviously take screenshots, but it also is like I have a lot to work through and find a good screenshot, so it's fun to go through them, even though I think I made the banner there a little bit too big. I should have given everything else a little bit more space, but it turned out that way. I did not think about it when I first started the series, when I first made it, and just like recently clicked with me that that's really huge and takes up a lot of space on screen, so I kind of cornered myself on one side there, but I mean, it happened, and now it looks like this, and I still get to make some cool shots with it regardless of that, so give or take. I would have done it differently now, but whatever. For every video thumbnail specifically that you see, I always make the faces like at the end of the video, like when I know what I was doing inside of the game, when I know what was going on, I will then try to make a face somehow reflecting this, or just in this situation, in the creepy this person does not exist. In this situation I actually just took still from the recording itself when something happened, because reactions that I had in there were the best to take from, and I did not want to take something like too revealing of what we were gonna see there, even though it might have been a better thumbnail, but I just did not want to show too much of what the heck was going on there. Then of course for the Amnesia custom stories, you see that I always go for the own poses for myself there, and like add myself in and do whatever into the scenario. Like adjust the lighting and everything, do like a border or something if it needs one, because here it definitely needed the border because I couldn't see really the outlines of myself with the background there anymore. So just doing stuff like this. This is one that I really love, because just adjusting the colors to fit a little bit more with that. It was just fun to make. The vacation one, that's only 3 weeks ago. Wow. It feels so much longer by now. The 2 weeks that I was on vacation, that feels so much longer ago, but apparently it's not. Yeah, I made it easy there for myself with the vacation ones, because I was on vacation. I didn't have the time to really be super creative with them. I'm surprised that they took as well as they did, because I honestly thought that people wouldn't take them as good, but apparently they did well, so thank you for that. It's Minecraft. Started off with actually my brother Philip making the thumbnails for this series, and you see at episode 9 he stopped making the thumbnails. Then I had to get creative because I needed them and he didn't have time for them anymore, and I did never do anything with that. And then I got myself a program to make the thumbnails with, where I also could insert our characters into our own world to make the thumbnails even more relatable to what we were doing. And since episode 10 I make the thumbnails myself, well, where 10, 11 and 12 are the ones that really were low effort. 13 had a little bit more effort, but still was without any program and just me taking whatever I could to make the thumbnails somehow. And then with 14 having a program to sit down and making the thumbnails, which take a lot of time and effort because they're not easily made. Some of them take a long time. I think the last thumbnail for this that I sat on, which we'll come come out for you at another point in time. Took me like, I think nearly an hour to finish because it was getting kind of complex. But I don't mind that. I love sitting down. Like, I listen to music while I do my thumbnails and just sitting down and tweaking around with whatever. It's just fun. Of all the thumbnails I think that I ever made, armed with wings, I think this thumbnail here from the very first episode is the reason why this is getting so freaking many views. This thumbnail looks so cool, and it's the first thumbnail that looks really nice. The other thumbnails in between sadly lack a little bit. But then we have like the last 3 episodes as well. Well, the last 4 episodes as well. That got like really cool thumbnails, like cool shots that I could integrate into the title and everything. And I just love how they turned out. But nothing is drawing as much energy as the first episode here. And this is just literally my favorite thumbnail that I ever made. Looking back at how old this is by now, this is September 27th, 2017. So this is now, it's getting to 3 years old by now. This is still a thumbnail that I love to bits. Back in the day where I still made everything just with MS Paint. Everything just was put in paint and then you had to make the things transparent in there and somehow put things together. I think things got a lot better. That was amazing. Perfect. Such a beautiful thumbnail right there. Not dated by now at all. That was a lot of Cry of Fear. That I think was the first time, yeah. October of Fear. Yeah. Cry of Fear. That was the first October series that I started. Ah, yeah. Error 44. Not found. It was, I don't even know what that video is. But the thumbnail is just screaming maximum effort right there. Like, just white screen, blank new screen, putting something on there, and then with the spray can tool, go around it to create some fog effect. High effort, like nothing like ever was seen like this, like nothing compares. Again, I have no idea what this video entails. Well, that's funny. I never realized that the dark from the Mother series thumbnails that I made was pretty close on the dark from the YouTube side itself. So they really flow nicely with the dark theme on YouTube. And there's also were actually really nice thumbnails looking at them. Like, they do their job really well with popping out on the screen. Like, next to everything else, they stand out. You can see what their purpose is right there. Like, they convey what's going on with every picture. Those were, I think, the first good thumbnails that I made. I think I'm gonna leave this here. There were some fun things that I did with thumbnails over the years. And I will make even more fun things in the future. Because there will always be stupid things that I can do in games and not with games, but just in general. So I'm always happy to sit down and make something weird with the things I got. I definitely should make a video about all the strangeness that happened on the channel, because that would be funny. Anyway, gonna leave this here. My thumbnails were weird.